Hello, welcome to the podcast where me and my brother, we just shoot the shit, talk a bunch. This episode is brought to you by Morse Block Deli, a wonderful eatery in central Vermont, Barrie specifically, on Main Street. Go there, check them out. No matter what you get on the menu, it's going to be phenomenal. One of my favorite things is the shawarma wrap. It's a veggie shawarma. Vegetarian if you're into that, or add bacon. You'll not regret that decision. Madera Outdoor is our second sponsor. They are an outdoor company located online. They have amazing stuff, really high quality hammocks, high quality hats. Pretty much everything's good. And you can visit them through the link in our show notes. Other than that, I'd like to say that sorry for the lapse in time. Past week, we said we were going to do a podcast. We ended up not being able to, but all is well in Wonderland. And with that, here's the episode. Yo, what up? Welcome back, adventurers. We are chilling on a Sunday morning. First off, apologize for the lapsed episode. Things did not work out how we intended them to, but all is well. We took the week off. So did you guys. You just got back from Canada not too long ago.
6 days.
6 days. Nice. It was a good trip, you said?
Loved it.
Nice.
Definitely. It was instantly, the roads were different, dude.
Oh, like
Instantly.
actually maintained?
Like, not the other way around.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was unexpected.
Way worse?
Yeah, it was kind of like you know how we have that one bad road?
Oh, yeah, Barrie Montpelier Road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all theirs.
Wow.
For sure.
That's actually like...
It was surprising.
Yeah, that's surprising.
It was drivable, and there was lanes you could, like, drive in.
Yeah.
Like the tire lanes you could noticeably see, which were good. But, like, on the outside of those...
It's just like
potholes everywhere, yeah.
Dang, dude. Canada.
Yeah.
So you went to Montreal.
Yep.
With a group of friends.
Drove straight there, yeah.
Like
in the car, it was just me and my friend. And
it was a car, like a 4-door?
Mine.
Did you take multiple up? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We were actually, the way it was set up, we had our own building.
Nice.
And my own car.
So did you rent separate Airbnbs or the same?
I don't even really know their other story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys were just like,
yeah.
Hey, we're going to Canada. You guys want to go to Canada too?
Literally, like, and even on my end, I was even more of a, hey, come on.
Oh, right.
Type of thing. Like, so it was just random. Yeah, we were just doing things.
That's awesome. Driving around.
It rained the whole way up.
It's legal to smoke weed up there.
And drink, yeah.
Yeah, for your age, I should specify, because
it's
Vermont
funny.
does have...
They card less because it's hard to not look 18.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought they would card more, but they definitely card less.
Wow, that's nice. Well, they're also known to be very nice people, so it's like...
Sure thing.
Yeah, the benefit of the doubt.
We actually, the first night we went to bars. My friend didn't even get carded.
Oh, wow.
He has a beard, though, so...
What kind of bars were they? Like, nightclub style, or like
we
pub?
went to a couple clubs.
Okay.
There was a couple bars. We actually didn't know they were clubs. You had to pay to get in.
Yeah,
You
cover
had to
charge.
take your shirt. You had to take your jacket off.
Oh,
you had to pay to have your jacket stored there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
So it's like a formal club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you get in there, it was not. It was everybody just chilling, normal people. Like, that's what I noticed, dude.
Just
Literally
normal people
a bunch
just
of
trying
normal
to find a
people.
place to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Nice.
Even the bartenders are, like, super normal.
When I grew up in middle school, I was very much anti-authoritarian.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way for me to put it. And so I was always looking for ways to, like, skate the system and things like that. And I don't exactly recommend it. And I highly don't recommend it if anybody gets hurt. Like, that's where I cut the line off, you know. But when it comes to what you just said about people just being real people and, like, the bartender, and what I'm thinking about is, like, amusement park operators. They're just people. So, like, if you just ask them, like, hey, can we go around another time? More than likely, they're just people. So they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sure thing, yeah.
And so, like, yeah, you could make friends with the bartender. Or you could make friends with, like, the people sitting at the booth. Like, we're all just people.
Yeah, or the people sitting next to you. Like, no one. They all looked Canadian, obviously, to me.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like
did.
nerve-wracking, but not, because then everybody was just, people were touching, like, when you walk by someone, they're not afraid to put their hand on your shoulder and be like, right by you.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that.
That seems very Canadian.
And my friend noticed that. I didn't even notice that. My friend did.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, and mind you, I know almost nothing about Canada, but I do know about America and our mentality of shit. And if somebody bumps into somebody, it's like 50-50 whether or not a fight is going to go down. And
before you even look at each other, your hands are
clenched, and you're looking for something. I don't like that mentality.
Nah.
And yeah, it's kind of sad that we all, well, not all of us, but a lot of people harbor it down here. They really are a nicer people.
Yeah, I noticed. Like, I 100% can agree with it now.
Yeah,
through experience.
Yeah, just in general, they seem like a much nicer people.
Yeah, dude. We never even met the Airbnb person. You don't meet him.
No, I don't think you do.
Yeah,
depending on how it's set up.
Yeah. Well, it was a duplex, so I'm pretty sure they were on the other side of.
How do you get the key?
There was a code. They sent. They just emailed us a code, and then it pops open.
Do you think it changes? They must change the code.
Yeah. They have one too on their side, so it must be different, and they must be able to be changed.
That must be really cool, like the technology to set that up. Like, because most of the time you Airbnb, you're out of country or out of state, out of the area. Yeah. So yeah, you just like, oh yeah, these people want to rent my place. Here's the code. Sure. I make sure that code is authorized.
Yep. I literally parked, got the code in, opened the room. We got a basement. We got another stairs.
Yeah, that feels so good, dude. I've been on a couple vacations. Not Airbnb, where it's like a house.
My first time too.
But when I went on a vacation to Maine, Wells, Maine, with my buddies, I was the tag along too.
Yeah.
And so it felt that way. It is. And when we get to the hotel room, there is that feeling of as soon as the door opens, everybody kind of like funnels out and claims a room and claims an area.
Yeah.
There's like. I mean, you got queen size beds, you got the kitchen and the refrigerators and the deck and all the chairs and TV.
Dude, our shower had a window in it, so you could literally just go look outside, fresh air in the shower.
That's nice.
It was good.
Was it good weather?
It rained the whole way there all night. The first night, that's it.
Okay, and then it cleared up the next day.
Yeah, and we stayed 2 nights. So we had our practice run the first night, which was actually the best night.
Yeah.
We went to...
That was the day that you drove in, too, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of settling down.
Yeah, we drove in. We went grocery shopping, which was so funny.
How... Yeah, what are the names of those?
Oh, my God. Everything's in French, bro. The signs are in French. No idea where I'm going.
No idea.
The stop signs say arrête. Like, arrête.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. But some of them, there's English country or English counties.
English sections.
Yeah, so some have stop signs, some don't. Some both in every area.
Wow.
They were doing construction though the whole time.
So, you had said that, so it took
I'm not even kidding, dude. To get 10 minutes takes half an hour.
Wow.
You have to get on the highway no matter where you go.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mess.
Yeah. We were by the airport, and they were sending us to grocery stores that weren't even there anymore.
Oh, man, already
to
demoed.
Ghetto towns to where it's beat down, and you see one person walking down the street.
I bet you so Canadians are generally regarded as nice. I bet you a mean Canadian is probably nothing. Yeah, probably nothing you want to encounter.
I bet.
For real.
Oh man.
The image I have in my mind is of a beret wearing striped shirt person with a scar and a scowl on his face.
Yeah. Yeah. and they would have brass knuckles or something.
Brass knuckles, a weird weapon. I don't picture them with a gun.
No.
I assume that they have guns, but I don't picture that.
Yep.
But I picture them still holding the door for people that they're not beefing with.
Yeah, they have the child. They were raised right
with a scowl on their face, opening the door with the brass knuckles on their hands,
talking in his head this stupid.
This stupid.
He's getting mad.
This stupid.
That is funny though.
Did you see? Did you go to anything? Any statues, or did you see any buildings?
Not on purpose, but definitely did see a bunch of cool. I saw that a building in ABC, the show, the channel.
Oh yeah,
a big and a
TV
an ABC
bank
building. They're just giant glass buildings that look sweet, just with the logo.
So
on
it's
the top.
the New York City style
building. Do you ever play the first GTAs?
Are you talking the top-down ones or like the early? No, like
the early LA, like
it was Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
Or there was Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
I'm pretty Vice City.
Vice City was in Miami.
It's when you're going around and changing your color of your car and the paint sprays a lot, like. To get
Yeah,
away from the
yeah.
cops.
So there was San Andreas, there was Vice City, and then there was Grand Theft Auto 3 was when you were in New York City.
Really?
Yeah, and that's like a darker looking one.
Where you can like have hand wrestling fights or whatever.
Arm wrestling?
Arm wrestling, yeah.
It's hard for me to narrow down which one it is because I think you can do that in all of them.
Really?
Well, when did you play? Let's narrow it down to that. Did you play at Chandler's?
Wait, after that when we were babysitting the other kid.
Okay, that probably was either Vice City or San Andreas.
Okay. Well, one of those. It's the same map, dude. I swear they took it from like this town. Because all the bridges that go over and then all the bridges underneath that you can tell like with just the random light that's flickering
it's like
over
the same
like the garbage like
that's hilarious, dude. Did you do a lot of nighttime like exploration?
Yeah. We took Ubers and stuff, taxis.
How drunk did you guys get?
Couldn't drive.
Yeah.
For sure. The first night was the most drunk night.
Yeah.
We ended up walking out of the bar. There was cops everywhere.
What kind of things are you drinking too? Like, was it?
I never even knew the names of any of them. I was just like, yeah, give me another one of those because I wasn't even paying.
Mixed drink or like
yeah,
a beer?
Mixed drinks.
Okay.
There was like a Shirley Temple, I guess you would call it.
Right. So just random types of alcohol.
Yeah. I would even tell the bartender like, give me your favorite type.
That's cool.
I was literally just going on.
That's cool. See, it's fun when there is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I was 18, like they carded me once, and then I was just like, whoa, dude, I can just like I have a stamp on my arm. I can just go and get like.
Oh, you have a stamp.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I was having shots of random shit.
That's awesome, dude. Just socializing, walking around.
Shots with this hot bartender.
Nice. Like, the bartenders.
Yeah, she was having fun with us. Like it was funny. We were like toys to these people.
Oh yeah, yeah. American.
We got free beers poured in the bar we went to.
Wow.
The whole night because we were from Vermont.
That's cool. Like, did you end up finding people who appreciated like Vermont specifically?
The bartenders definentely did.
They were like, oh, Vermont.
They were two, I think they were actually gay guys.
Oh yeah.
Together, but they were like all about us. They were like, because we went with, it was me, my friend Gavin, and a girl.
Yep.
And the girl has been to bars. She just got back from college, so she had like the bar life.
So she's older. She's a little bit older.
She's my age, but she did things.
So and girls tend to get in no matter.
Yeah, for sure.
If they're hot, especially.
Well, look at the story. Yeah, she's definitely good looking. Blonde, like she dyed her hair basically gray, so it's like that look.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's
when people
older.
like that look, people like that look.
Yeah, yeah.
She was just walking around and she literally goes, "Watch this, guys," because we're going as friends. We're not with this girl,
right?
So she's like, she goes over, gets talked to. She doesn't even walk up to people. She gets talked to by this guy. He buys her a drink. She spends 5 minutes talking to him, and then she's like, "All right, I drank my drink.
I gotta
she's
go."
Like, "I gotta go." She comes back to us and she's like, "I just got a free drink." And she's like, "I can do it again. Watch." And then she literally just sits next to us, and someone sits in the seat. Like it's just like Charlie Sheen's life in 2.5 minutes. Like, literally people walk up to you and like, "What up, what up?"
Yeah, dude.
But she got 6 free drinks, bro.
Wow.
It was to the point where she couldn't drink anymore. I'm not even kidding. The last person that this happened to, this wasn't even on purpose. She just knew it would happen.
Yep.
So the last person, I ended up distracting them, taking his drink, because they were being cut off by the bar anyway.
Oh, right.
So I was like, I'm going to help him out. I take his drink, chug his drink after he pays for it. And I told them all about this, so they're cool after. They thought it was funny. But I literally got 3 drinks after them being paid for it.
Was it expensive?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
it was
like
$10
drinks.
$8 a shot.
Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah.
That's understandable no matter where you are.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's not understandable in the sense that it's overpriced like crazy, but it is like accepted.
It's literally like 3 shots pay for the bottle of liquor.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, they're drug dealers with alcohol as the drug.
I had a lot of Jameson and Bacardi.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Bacardi.
I used to drink Bacardi as my main.
Yep.
Some rum. You said that you went into dispensary?
Yeah. It was called like SQDC, just random like letters.
And what's the process? Is it like guarded? Like
first I'll get to the street that it was on, dude.
Okay.
there was only sidewalks. In the middle of the street was 12 feet down. They were like doing work on it.
Oh, wow.
So this street was like a main street, like a church street.
When they did the berry dig.
Yeah, basically. But no one could get in. There was just fences, and you could literally one lane on each side.
So it looks sketch.
Yeah, and it's crowded because this street is like the middle of a mall, basically. Like,
oh, wow.
Every building is a
So you just so happen to be
place.
there when they're redoing it.
Yeah, so in the whole town, too, like, it was all like this. Like, it was always a trouble to get somewhere.
Damn.
But it was fun. It made it fun, you know? Because you were talking to... Dude, we went to a couple dispensaries. One of them was just medical, so you couldn't get it.
Oh.
The other one was closed at that time, so we met some people at the second one we went to.
And asked them?
And no, they were like, oh, shit, it's medical only, blah, blah, blah. They told us about the other one that we were told to by a friend before we even went. We just totally forgot. And when we ended up meeting them at this one and then the next one, and we made friends with them, which was funny.
That's cool.
Over medical weed.
That's cool.
But yeah, then they told us how it worked and everything before we went in. So we just show them our ID in the beginning. You actually come into a white room, like a white room with a door, so nothing's in there, and that's where you get ID'd. They kind of have like 2 security guards in there. And then when
kind of like an airlock.
Yeah. And then when you walk in, bro, pink LED lights like on the corner of the wall and the ceiling.
So
like,
it's looking
it looks pretty sweet.
And then like glass cases?
No, you can't see any weed.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like there's a big giant cashier like
counter.
And then you can't get on any side of that. You're just on that side.
Right.
There's booklets. Like I have a booklet over there.
Oh wow!
Everything you need to know
types?
about cannabis, stuff like that. Yeah,
wow.
Like we got Tangerine Dream.
Whoa!
And it's 13 point something. We got like it wasn't even the most expensive. There was 25%.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. How expensive was it? Like how much were you getting?
We got 50 a quarter.
Oh, a quarter.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
You buy it in you buy it in slices.
Okay. Oh, in increments
3.5 grams. Yeah. But when you get 2, you get it a little cheaper. It's literally
Nice.
a dealing like and there's just 6 people, 6 cashiers, 2 for each hybrid sativa.
Wow, they have their own sales people.
Dude, it is crazy.
Wow,
it's crazy how it works.
Damn.
We just ended up getting a quarter though, because you can't bring it.
You can't bring it back, right?
Yeah,
and you're only there for a day.
Yeah, we just had to smoke everything.
Did you roll it, or did you buy
rolled
pipes?
up, dude? Yeah.
Just rolled it all.
We actually didn't smoke any for a couple hours. Like we wanted to get back to the Airbnb.
It was
grocery
good.
shopping.
It was good quality too. Like
purple is like
well that and like smelly and no seedy, no
seed,
no
leaves.
leaves.
Definitely dense. Like it was
like nugs.
It was wicked. It was wicked good. Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
It was like you're high smelling it.
Oh yeah. So see how was that the second day that you did that?
Yeah, that was on the second day. It took us all day really to get like grocery shopping to dispensaries. We actually didn't go out the second night. We bought liquor to make it cheaper.
Inside in, that's cool.
And we watched like movies and stuff. We had a projector in the house.
Oh wow!
So it was pretty epic.
That sounds like a good
system.
Airbnb.
Yeah, we definitely didn't like hold back.
Right.
On that.
That's neat, dude.
Yeah, we drank orange juice.
Just like the next day, like feeling bad.
Definitely. We cooked orange juice, bacon, sausage, potato fries.
Nice.
For breakfast.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Are the supermarkets set up like ours? Like if you didn't know the name of it and you walked in, would it be like, oh yeah, this is a supermarket?
Yeah, definitely. We walked in the exit side.
Oh yeah.
Every time we went into a building.
Because you didn't know the name of it.
Dude, it is different. Like I couldn't read a sign once.
Does it make you want to, I mean, maybe not learn French particularly, but does it make you want to learn another language?
Definitely, yeah. I always have. I wanted to, and I don't know if it'd be French, but I want to learn like the main French words for sure. We're too close to not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and when we were on the Long Trail and we were just up in the north part of Vermont, there was a ton of Canadian people, like a bunch, mostly bikers that we were meeting. But I loved like the interaction that we had with that one biker where I was like, we were genuinely interested in like what she was doing, and we were telling her about Vermont and how Vermont is green mountains, and I was trying to like pronounce words, and she was actually complimenting me on my pronunciation. C'est bon. which is spelled Cesbon. So like if you didn't know how to pronounce it, it'd be Cesbon.
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 So I'd probably pronounce it.
Cesbon. but it's really a c'est bon.
C'est bon.
Very bon.
How she was is how they all are.
Oh, yeah, just super nice, like,
for sure.
Conversationist.
Yep.
That's cool.
It was definitely a good experience. The taxi driver was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They just have cities, right? They don't have states. So if you say a street name, it could literally be 4 of them within 15-minute drive.
Oh, what?
Because, yeah, it's just random cities. And the street we were on, there was 3 streets within a 10-minute drive. And
With the same name?
Yeah, La Laquise or something.
Yeah.
Is what it was called. And I told him it, and he's like, okay. He drives me, and he stops, and we're nowhere near. And I'm like, no, it's here on the map. And he's like, You tell me street name. We in cities. We multiple of them. Like,
oh man,
he talked like that, you know.
And he was getting frustrated a little bit.
A little bit. It was fine because our
you paid
meter
for
was
it.
running.
Yeah,
$50, literally $50 for a taxi.
Damn.
What would be $15 for an Uber? Like,
oh wow,
it is pretty up
Did
there.
you use Uber at all?
Uber every time, but
the taxi.
the one taxi. Yeah, it was raining and we accidentally canceled our Uber driver 2 minutes before getting there one night. So, and we were all drunk.
Yeah.
And typical story, we were standing in the rain waiting, and then a taxi just stops.
Pulls up.
And I'm like, hey, you want to drive us? And he's like, I don't care.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah. We definitely did some cool stuff in the day, too. Like, just driving around looking at things.
Yep.
Basically. The city.
Yeah, it's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Montreal
basically,
itself.
Picture it like when you're in it. For a kid that doesn't know it, like, it's New York City, you know,
right?
The same respect. Yeah, streets, just the squares of streets, bro.
Yep, just block after block after
Literally,
block.
Yeah, big tall buildings.
Yeah, we were talking about balance right before this podcast and how it's really good to have balance between like nature and cities and like urban and rural. And you feel like you got a good balance, like past couple week or past week, from the city side.
It makes me appreciate being here more, but it also makes me appreciate doing that.
Realize how like slow life is.
Yeah.
Because it does move fast in the city.
Never like rush hour, all hours.
All hours,
like,
yeah.
There's always people going places.
Famous saying: "The city never sleeps."
Oh man, yeah.
It really doesn't.
It was sweet. We were out till like 3 a.m.
Just hanging out and having a good time. It would be really hard if I lived in the city to like not actually sleep.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't want to. That's what I'm saying about the regular people. Like, you walk by these people in the park, but at 3 a.m. they're like partying down. And it's so cool because I close my windshields. I close my curtains in my room and it gets dark, right?
Yep.
It's literally always dark in there. Like, they don't know it's daytime. There's no windows. Like, you just forget about it. Get drunk.
Hang out and do it again.
Everyone's dancing all the time.
City life, man. I've never really experienced it, like living in a true city.
True.
And I don't know. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I think it's something that when you're older you go to.
Right.
Like nothing to grow up in.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to grow up in it, honestly. I feel really bad for some of the, ghetto specifically because I know just from my experience growing up poor that if you're the son or daughter of poor people, you have zero options to get out.
Yeah, you don't even think of it.
Yeah, and even if you do think of it, you have zero tools and zero resources to get yourself out. And if you're born in a ghetto, if you're born in like a slum, it's like you're literally there until you're of age to be able to get out. And then once you hit that age, you have to start like gathering resources in order to get out. And it's like by that time you're 30 and you've been in this, or you've been like shot and killed, or it's just like a wild.
Also with the mental, like fighting your whole time too.
Yeah, and you grew up there, so it's like something that you're used to. And growing up poor, I think it's good that I grew up where I did grow up poor. Because I had access to wilderness and I had access to like
you had an out.
Yeah, I had an out for sure. Yeah. I didn't have to,
which in any situation people probably do, but it's hard to find.
Exactly, and sometimes you're out, like you're quote unquote. I would consider out being your source of fun that lasts a long time, and a lot of people's like ghetto outs is drug dealing, gang banging.
What gets them killed.
Yes, it is. Or corrupts them. internally. You know, you get PTSD if you end up like shooting somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
getting shot at.
Exactly. Seeing your friends die, maybe not seeing them die, but having them die, and then like they were there, you were hanging out yesterday, and all of a sudden you're at their funeral, and you're in this like inner city. It's wild.
I know, and we talk about that like it barely happens, but it always happens.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, just not around here.
Chicago is, I don't know if it still is, but Chicago was the murder capital of the world. Dang. More deaths than Afghanistan war in Chicago city alone. On 4th of July weekend, 2017, I believe it was, 114 people died that weekend in Chicago.
People going just crazy.
4th of July is the worst weekend for like bad cities, Chicago specifically.
Why? Because everyone's just going wild?
It's a couple reasons. People are going wild, people are drinking a lot, and fireworks are going off.
Oh, shit.
And it makes it so you can't distinguish fireworks from gunshots.
Yep.
So if people do have beef that they want to squash that day, they end up using the cover of the fireworks in order to...
Or you have those people, like, they're lifting their...
Oh yeah, for real, dude. Like, oh, PTSD is real. My grandfather couldn't for a long time go to fireworks because of the Vietnam War.
Oh man,
it would send him into flashbacks because he thinks that he would think that he's getting mortared.
Yep.
Like that's wild,
that's
dude.
So wild.
Middle of the night, dark, all of a sudden, boom, and then you hear this giant flash in the sky. Like
that's something that like won't bother you for a while.
Sends you back to the jungle,
older,
dude. Yeah, for real. When we left off a couple weeks ago, we had kind of told you our plans a little bit. I was going to go on a hiking trip, and we covered the Canada trip for you. But when I was at jiu-jitsu that week, on Wednesday, I sprained my knee.
Oh, yeah.
And so I didn't end up... It wasn't a good idea for me to cover that many miles on a sprained knee. The sprain is meniscal, and it's unclear if it's like a light tear or a sprain. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't require surgery as long as I keep it where it's at and keep like doing the physical therapy
to heal up.
What?
Let it heal up.
Let it heal up, exactly. 4 to 8 weeks is what it says. I am going to go back to jiu-jitsu next week, but I'm not going to roll. I'm going to do a lot of the drills and the stretches.
Mm-hmm.
But, and it doesn't feel there's no pain when I walk. I can walk upstairs fine. I can run fine. There's some slight tightening if I run afterwards. There's like, I can feel it like tighter than my right knee.
Yeah.
Because it's my left knee. When I get into a deep squat, I can feel it. But it's gotten a lot better in the past, like, since it happened.
You think that's just something that jiu-jitsu does?
No, like nothing
certain
against.
Positions?
Well, so like it was Brandon's first day, and I know the feeling of like feeling like amped up. I guess is the way to put it. And he was rolling like very hard, like very fast,
blood's pumping.
Yeah, and through all these transitions, I knew that it was like we weren't technical. We weren't being technical. It was basically like. In the end, what it looked like in my mind's eye was when we first started rolling. We were amateurs again. We were all the way back. And I try not to be that way. I try to be very calm and like learn when I'm in positions and stuff. And we've talked since then about it. But it was during a transition that my knee got like caught in between both of his legs and it like impeded the motion, but my body kept going.
Oh, yeah.
So like my foot and bottom leg stayed still, but the top of my body like twisted.
Yep.
And I felt it happen. And I stopped rolling at that point. And I rolled a little bit afterwards, but I knew that it happened at that moment.
Damn.
And then the days go on or whatever, and I could feel it. And it was honestly like, it was worse the 2 days after because I couldn't put any weight on it when it was in a specific angle, like a 90-degree angle. So I was worried about it for a couple of days until I really looked into it and looked it up, found out what it was, found out it doesn't need surgery where it's at. Very few, I shouldn't say that. There are meniscal tears / sprains that don't need surgery. They just need physical therapy and like time to heal. But other than that, I'm gonna go on a hike today. I'm not sure if you're tagging along. It's totally up to you. But we're gonna go up Spruce Mountain. make a ascent to the top, to the fire tower, hang out for a little bit, and then head home.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
No, that's fine.
I want to, but
I kind of figured that you wouldn't have time to.
Yeah.
But
it's
I
a
wanted
nice
to.
day for it.
Yeah, it seems like
sure.
it'll be good. I picked up a second job.
Yeah.
Get that grind going. Because I have things that I need to save up for, and if I keep my current hours at the job that I'm working now, it's just like it's way harder to get to that.
Yeah, it makes way more. I mean, simple, bro. More hours put in somewhere, more money.
More money, exactly. Yeah. And then if you're getting an extra $100, $150 a week, that's an extra $400 to $600 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, that adds up pretty quick.
Even that right there will get you stuff you need. So yeah, it definitely adds up.
Yeah, for real. And the types of things that we want to do is in, like, we talked about taking a trip to Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Which would also take time off of work, so having money saved up would...
Exactly.
Best deal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the grind, man. I don't have to say it, but I will. Like, the current system that is being participated in by all of us Americans, this minimum wage, 9 to 5, 5 to 7 days a week, and and just have barely enough money to pay what rent costs and bills cost, and you're barely there because you're spending all your time out and you're stressed, and people are stressed, so they use habits sometimes
to relieve themselves.
Yeah, sometimes medically inhibiting habits in the long term.
Money causing habits.
i.e. drinking, and money causing habits, and it's like it's literally, it's heartbreaking. It really is.
For sure.
To know how many people are actually like going through that.
Literally seeing it happen.
Yeah. And I know from personal experience that when your habits are being a detriment to your health, it makes those days at work feel horrible.
Twice as long.
So bad.
Yeah.
Here's just one simple example of how what I ingest affects how my day actually feels. This is so simple of a thing. Now, I don't drink coffee. I have drinking coffee, but I don't drink it regularly is my point on saying that. The other day, I wanted to treat myself to a coffee. So I get a cold brew coffee, and I drink it in the morning, and I sip it, It's really good. It tastes awesome. I don't drink it for the caffeine either. It's not like I was tired. I just wanted to drink coffee.
Yeah.
And I start feeling like amped up, like, oh, the caffeine affects me. And then coffee does this to me. I go through a crash. And I start crashing. And for the second half of the day, my hours were going by at a snail's pace. I seriously felt as if like all my energy was drained.
Yeah.
Any motion that I would, like, walking to the kiln room was like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And it's right there. And any other day when my energy is like top notch, I'm like do just like listening to the music. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so just one cup, or like let's say like one thing of coffee.
One dose.
Yeah, one dose of coffee ended up making the second half of my day, which was like 4 hours or something like that. It made it feel like 8.
Damn.
So
yeah,
if you're like drinking in order to like soothe your anxiousness or your like stresses, and then that's like affecting your sleep, and then you wake up tired,
and you need it,
right? There's that point too,
Yeah.
like later on. But let's say you're just like having a drink, stress relief, and then that next day of work is like way more stressful because you just drank.
And you probably haven't felt like you've had time to like think.
Yep, like reset.
Every time you do, you're stressing out.
Yeah, you're stressing out. You're on like red line. And then you get home from that stressful day at work, and then what are you going to do? You're going to try to find a way to relieve that stress.
Yep.
And I know from personal experience that when it feels like you need sleep, sleeping is honestly like, it's hard to make yourself do, because you know that when you fall asleep, you're going to wake up and have to do it again. You're going to have to,
and
when you wake up, you're going to have to go to work again. So you try to like prolong those hours to yourself in the afternoon, and those hours end up bleeding into 11 o'clock at night, maybe 12 o'clock at night.
Your next day even worse.
Exactly. And here we are where most people find themselves right now in America. in
2 months in that, like, years down that path
years
already.
down that path, dude. It's sad. I feel so sad. It sucks. Yeah. It really does suck.
Well, what sucks, literally the biggest part that sucks about it for me is that you can do that, but still have a house. You can do that and still maintain your life. Like, you can literally do that and raise kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can not even know that you're in that.
Right.
But be raising kids
in that feeling of
within that.
Yeah. Inner turmoil of, like, I don't know. It's really hard. And Andrew Yang is he's a presidential candidate for 2020. And he proposes the freedom dividend, which is giving every American citizen $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
No strings attached. Now, I haven't really gone into like how this would work or how this would affect things, but I think the overall idea is that let's just take away like the here's free money thing. What if your work, like through your work, you were getting an extra $1,000 a month? You wouldn't have to work as hard as you are. You wouldn't have to like. People are stacking their hours in order to make it, like in order to have enough money.
Yep.
And they're stressing themselves out in order to do that. But if you did make enough money to pay for your bills and still be home a reasonable amount of time, we would just be such happier people. We'd be happier doing our jobs that we were already doing.
True.
But it's that feeling of stress that if I stop doing my job for any amount of days, I lose my living quarters.
Wow, yeah.
It's so fucked up.
It's why they call it the trap.
Yeah, it's a trap, dude. It's definitely a trap.
They do that money thing, though, in some countries where they give, like...
Where they give people...
Yeah, they give...
I think Sweden...
They call it the goal.
Oh, the goal?
Yeah, like... Well, I was told about this documentary or whatever, and these kids would wait until a certain time at night, like the first of the month for us here.
Yeah.
But, like, they would just work... They would wait, and then when they got it, they would go try to spend it, and then as quick as they can. But sometimes they didn't get it. Like they wouldn't tell if they were qualified or not. So people would think they're getting it that month, well they're not.
Right.
Type of thing, and it caused a lot of trouble. Kids were getting mad that they weren't getting it, and their friends were.
Yeah.
And things were not going well because of it.
Yeah, I definitely see that there could be a lot of negatives to it, and it may not work. But rather than talk about the solution like I know, because I don't, just the problem of like what I said, like it is a problem that we have. And like I don't know how we'll fix it or if it even will get fixed, but it seems like it doesn't seem like we are in strange times.
Yeah,
with technology. The government system that we're working under is from the 1700s.
Right.
We are currently in the 2000s. It's time for a change, like a radical one.
Yeah, just a re-evaluation.
Yes, exactly. Like it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to be framed because I'm not. I don't know the proper term. I'm not an anarchist. I believe that government is important, but just like saying, like a mammal. And when I say a mammal, how many things am I covering?
A ton.
Yes, millions. So when I say a government, it doesn't have to look like what it looks like right now.
Right.
There should just be some sort of structure, framework that we're all like accepting to be in.
Yeah,
right now, many people don't believe what they say. They don't believe that their money is going towards good things. Mm-hmm. They don't believe... I don't believe that the two-party system is a good idea.
Yeah. There's just flaws, man.
There's so many flaws, and it takes 4 years to get anything done, and then that person is out.
It's right in front of your face, dude.
It's so bad. It's literally like, I hate to say it's comical because it's the balance of the fucking human race.
Yeah.
Because that's not funny.
Nah.
Like,
yeah, I know. That's literally what we're
fucked.
Looking at.
We're like, dude, there's a lot of people, me included, that feel like if there is not okay. So we're on a graph, right? We can't escape like the graph that we're on in many different ways. These graphs have to do with like population going up, right? Yeah. We're on that graph and population is going up. Well, we're also on a graph of like negative happenings. And unless there is a variable input into that graph that drastically changes the direction that we're going on that graph, we're fucked.
Yeah. And when you say it like that, people are like, you can't deny that.
No, we're fucked, dude. Like, climate change is real. Okay.
Yeah, everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're not doing anything about it.
Yeah, I know.
We're fucked.
Dude, did you hear Earth? Little Dicky's Earth?
No, I didn't. Is that new?
Yeah, there's 40 artists in it.
Oh, wow.
It's literally about, he's trying to raise money, man. He's trying to raise money to save this Earth.
Yeah, that's a good cause because we need it. We definitely need it. I would definitely hold this piss to the end of the podcast, but I don't think I can. So, do you think we could pause this?
We could pause it.
Is it possible? And then...
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
Yo, and we're back. Took a quick piss. All good now.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were, but... Oh, yeah, we were talking about the world.
Yeah.
Well, I think if anybody, this kind of is about what I was talking about, a little bit not, but Graham Hancock was on Joe Rogan's podcast very recently. If you guys should definitely check that out, because what he talks about suggests that humans have been around in this form. Me and you looked this up. If you looked at us right now and you wanted to say how long has this, like, if I were to recognize this as a human, like what I know it to be, how long has that been around? Well, that's been around for 200,000 years, which is a long ass time.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the last ice age ended 13,000 years ago. It's 12,900, but let's just say 13,000. And at that time, there is mounting evidence that an asteroidal impact not only ended the ice age, but it ended civilization on Earth as we knew it. And that the pyramids quite possibly have come from pre-ice age humans, meaning that we might have been greatly advanced at one time in our past, in our humans' past.
Yeah, and greatly advanced in like maybe just one thing.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm not claiming that like we had computers back then and shit like that, or plastics, but
the ability to build.
Yeah, we had the ability of building shit.
Yeah.
And so you said you haven't listened to it.
Right.
So a couple things from it is there is a group of people called the Olmecs, and these are what the Mayans and Aztecs came from. This is like the older civilization, and they have some like really interesting myths about civilization and how it started. And there is genetic evidence, meaning that when they tested the genes from like that region, those genes ended up being linked to people all the way over. I think it was like in India. Don't quote me on that. The whole podcast will detail everything in great detail. But kind of the idea is like, if right now, us humans, we are greatly advanced. We're just sitting in Vermont, and you guys are hearing this wherever you are, maybe in California, maybe in Great Britain. Like, we've done some really, really cool things as humans. But if an asteroid came tomorrow and hit us, we'd be fucked. This stuff wouldn't survive at all. And then we would go through like a crazy period of time where humans were trying to rebuild and stuff like that, and we would have myths about things coming from the sky and ending us. And then the people that grew up from that it would be like telephone, and then eventually it would be like a serpent came from the sky, but in reality it's like the tail of a comet that they're trying to talk about and stuff like that. But my point is that we're not invincible as a race. Like, this is still a work in progress. We are definitely vulnerable. We're very vulnerable to they call them like extraterrestrial influence, which is just like something from outer space coming in and hitting us.
Yeah.
We pass through what's called
physical object.
Yeah, physical object. Yeah. We pass through what's called the Taurid meteor stream twice a year. The Taurid meteor stream is the same stream that correlates with that. It's called the Younger Dryas. It's a period of time where the ice age ended.
Oh yeah.
So when Earth went through that meteor stream 12,900 years ago, a meteor broke off and hit Earth and ended civilization as they knew it. It ended the ice age. It killed all the great mammals on the U.S. continent. Like, it fucked shit up, dude. And we pass through that same exact meteor stream twice a year, and we're just rolling the dice every time.
Yeah, luck of the draw.
Look at the draw, and we got to roll twice a year. Like, the way that I see it is this. There's a famous old French film forgive me that I don't know the name of it, but if anybody is into film and knows about old films, they'll know what I'm talking about. There is I believe it's a knight, and he is down on the beach, and there's this like mysterious figure, and that mysterious figure is death, and he has to sit down and play chess with death.
Damn.
Literally, like and it's like an old like artsy, like really well done. So they're sitting on the beach, it's like the waves are crashing in around them, and they're playing chess. And I literally see, like, when we pass through that meteor stream, it's like that. It's humans, it's Earth as that guy having to play chess with death. Maybe not chess exactly. It's like dice. It's literally dice because it's random.
Yep.
And who knows? One day we may lose.
Oh man! And even if it's like half of us lose.
Yeah.
Like,
if 0.01% of humans survive, there'll be 7 million people still.
Bro, we're definitely here for a long time.
Yeah, we're definitely here for a long time, but it goes back to that whole, like, what is preserved and what isn't.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and we don't have a common goal, so we're not building towards, like, a protection of one thing.
Yeah.
Let's,
right? Yeah, let's all get together and work on some sort of, I don't even know what we could do. It's really hard.
And it's not up for us to find out, but
no,
it would be nice.
It would be nice if we, yeah. And granted, it probably won't happen in our lifetime. We probably don't have anything to worry about, like in that sense. Yeah. But I want humans to
just the fact that the question is there.
Yeah, and we're not in a dome, regardless of what flat earthers believe. Yeah. It's like there are things outside of Earth that can affect Earth. That's just a fact. Right. Like the sun's affecting Earth right now.
We wouldn't live without it.
Yeah, we wouldn't live without it, and there it is. Just to switch topics before we end the podcast for the day, I wanted to bring up something pretty cool, and it's talking about like collections and older collections, and I showed you the video of that elephant, and damn, I'm actually gonna do a little bit of
who owned it?
Yeah. Well, I want to find the video. I'll send them to the video, and then they can get the information on there. So, the Rothschilds is probably like one of the richest families in the world. Now, I'm not going to get into anything about the Rothschilds, because I don't really want to right now.
Right.
But they do. Humans collect. Humans love collecting. We've talked about this before.
All of them. Yeah.
Well, these people did it the best. That's just the way that I can put it. And regardless of anything else, they did it the best. They have crazy collections. And one thing from the collections that I found truly amazing and truly just awe-inspiring was something built in the 1700s. A decade is 10 years, right? That's what a decade is?
I'm pretty sure.
So, it took over 10 years to make this object in the 1700s. And it's an automaton, but it is one of the okay, so if you want to look up the video, go to YouTube and type in Lord Rothschild, so it's Roths child, the billionaire collector. And it will be a video called The Wonderful World of Gordon Watson, and it's a BBC documentary. It's about 30 minutes long, but about 10 minutes into it, maybe even like 8, they walk in and they look at this piece in his collection, and it's one of his crowns, so it's one of his best pieces in Lord Rothschilds collections, and it's this elephant that has like a rider on the top. It's all made of metal, and when you wind it up, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of moving parts. Like the elephant's trunk spins in a circle. The elephant's eyes move back and forth.
Golden.
Gold. Yeah. It's gold, jewels encrusted. There's these like intricate like Christmas tree looking spirals that are like spinning in place. And those are all diamond encrusted, and the tail moves, and the person with the sword on the back of the elephant is like spinning in place. And dude, I'm telling you what, it's just crazy. It's so cool. There's honestly not even a point for me to really like tell you guys this. It's just the fact that this exists.
It's shiny.
Yes, yeah. It's shiny.
It's
like
shiny.
Look at this shiny thing. It's shiny. It's moving. It shows like determination. if you even like, I can't even imagine what the inside of that thing looks like. All the
Wow.
gears
Just the trunk
and
itself.
the fact that it's over 150 years old and it still works.
Yeah.
Crank it
Yeah,
up.
it's in that case.
Yeah, it's in a crazy like plexiglass case.
Yeah.
Prevent dust from gumming up the gears. Yeah, it's truly a truly good piece. Like, I recommend everybody look at it. Man, I wish if I knew the name of it, I could just send you guys a pic. Like, you guys could look up a picture real quick of it. But humans, I mean, we're doing it nowadays a lot more with technology, less crafted stuff, but there is still that aspect of it. We're just capable of some really, really cool things, cool objects.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I want to, you don't hear about things when they're made, the year that they're made, kind of.
Right.
Like,
takes a little
so
bit.
I can't wait to hear about what we've been making.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a good point, too, because, like, my dad will tell me, like, this cool camping thing. He's like, yeah, man. He's talking about a mummy bag.
Yeah.
And then, in my mind, I've been like researching things for camping because of like the long trail and stuff like that. So I've been researching like the top end.
Yep.
So if you are looking for it, you will find what is made like this year and stuff.
Oh, right.
And so it is really cool when you start diving into like, oh, the types of fabrics, oh, the types of like Dyneema, you know?
Yeah.
The bags, the Hyperlight mountain bags that we have, completely waterproof, incredibly lightweight, incredibly
Super
strong.
modern, yeah.
Yeah, super modern. We are in an age where like technology it's not peaked, but it's at a very good,
Definitely growing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
at a very good spot. And we need to, in my opinion, we need to kind of focus some of that instead of creating this like fucking shit that they put in claw machines, just
my
like
God.
to flood landfills.
Oh my God, like literally, bro.
Yeah, capitalism is fueling landfills. It's just filling them up.
Yeah. It's crazy to be a 20-year-old that took a step back and was able to realize that
Yeah,
on the masses.
yeah, I think a lot of people are doing like what you say, like taking a step back and realizing it.
Mm-hmm. Seeing what's making us go around.
Yep. And it's nonsense,
Yeah,
really.
it's literally.
It's just nonsense.
It's cool that it works, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Well, I mean, now I don't really know how many actual comparisons there should be with this, but like ants, they get a lot done, right?
oh yeah.
They don't have currency.
What the fuck?
And I'm not saying that
Yeah.
saying we should get rid of currency, but from the moment that people started trading, well, it wasn't even this. The barter system is I have a plate of ham
Yeah.
and you have a plate of salt. Let's just say that.
Yep.
Well, I'll trade you some of my ham for some of that salt. See, that's good. But then as soon as I don't know this for sure, but let's say it's shells. As soon as I can have shells and then get that salt from you for these shells, and then all you have is useless shells,
Yeah.
and I have useful salt, and then now I have an area where I can mine these shells and get mass amounts of them, and then guess what? I can go to every single person who has useful things, and I can give them shells, which are useless.
But to them, they think.
Well, yeah, because it has like quote unquote value.
Yeah.
But then I have all the resources. And now it's an individual's mentality. You've now broken the line.
Yep.
You've cut the amoeba in half and it has become two separate amoebas. That's not a good metaphor, but whatever. You cut the worm in half and now it's two different worms. Instead of the ants mentality of like, I'm going to carry this into the hive so that somebody can eat.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to protect this. I'm going to like protect us from this outgoing force because it may attack one of my friends. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to carry this food into the hive because I'm going to get paid to do it. It's not like that at all in this society.
Yep.
And here we are just like hoarding and scarcity mentality,
Building
and
squares.
overproducing things. And
Yeah. Dude, yeah, and we like I put stuff in my closet so I can have it at
Yep.
some point in my life.
Yep.
Like hoarding.
Hoarding. Yeah, we definitely all hoard. And I think it's necessary to a certain extent, of course. You need to have things. But when it comes to like some shit is just unnecessary.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, yeah, dude. Oh man. Picture like carpooling. One car, 4 families. Every one of those families has a house where they have a bunch of stuff
It's exponential.
to live with.
Yeah.
to have in their lifetime.
And then if you think about, let's say there's 8 billion people on this earth,
Yeah.
and next year there is, I think the way that it works is there'll be like 2 billion more. And then you add like all the stuff that they'll attain, like a house for each 2 billion person, and then like
whether
all
on
the
top
stuff.
of another house or on more land. Like,
Yeah.
we're just plopping things.
Yeah, we're shitting it out. We're shitting out garbage everywhere. I just wish we had our shit straight. I wish we had a common goal. And we don't. We really don't. The only time we've had a common goal is when it came to war. And that was World War II.
Damn.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
It's just been individual mentality this whole time. And now we're at such a crazy pinnacle of population.
We've had a civil war. We've literally gone against each other.
Yeah. Yep. The same
like
state.
we've been that. I don't know.
Conflicting beliefs in that.
Yeah, yeah.
And political beliefs or political.
Which I definitely see to be a good reason, but a war.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, who knows where we're going to be, let's say 50 years from now. I hope it's a better place than I envision it. For sure.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. Please prove me wrong, people. We can just do our best. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
True.
It's good to have
individually too.
Yes, it's good to have the conversation. It's good to bring it to view. It's good to realize what's actually happening. Is that a lot of this shit is nonsense. But day to day, just enjoy what you can. Be kind to people. Be nice like Canada.
Yeah.
And
make your way.
Yeah, make your way through this life, because it's not a secret that we all die. And just while you're here, kind of create a goal for yourself.
I was gonna say, we don't have a common goal, so have your own.
Yeah, have your own goal, and maybe that can contribute to some sort of greater
good.
Yeah, the greater good.
People, be the change you want to see.
Yep.
People say
that's a really good saying. And you know what? Just have fun too.
Yeah.
Just have fun. Don't stress out about it too much. Try to balance out your habits if they are negatively impacting you. Just try to balance things out.
Maintain.
Keep chugging. Just keep swimming. And with that, we'll end this episode. But we'll catch you guys next week. Hoped you had a good time the last 2 weeks, and we will catch you later.
Peace out.
Peace. What up? Couple things before you head out. Madera Outdoor. Their link is in the show notes. Get yourself a hammock. Seriously, if you don't have a hammock yet, I don't even care if you get it from Madera. You should get it from Madera, but just get yourself a hammock. It's there's no contest. When you're out in the woods and you're chilling and you bring a two pound hammock, it's just awesome. So, yep, there's that. Morse Block Deli, Barrie, Vermont, Main Street. Can't regret it. Literally go inside there, get yourself something from the cooler, get yourself some local cheese, some local salami, get yourself a grilled cheese with bacon, get yourself an egg sando. It doesn't matter, man. Just get something from there. It's all good. Peace out. We'll catch you next week.